Ten weird things that are common in Australia. The boomerang. When we think of Australia, most people will think about the boomerang. It is a tool that is thrown and originally used by the Indigenous Australians. Back in the day, these may have been used for hunting, but they were also used for sport and entertainment. The boomerang is historically the most versatile tool for the ancient people down under. Today, sporting events are dedicated to throwing techniques as well as innovations to make boomerangs better and more stylish. Large spiders. There's a saying that everything is bigger in Australia, and they don't disappoint by playing home to some of the largest spiders in the world. The huntsman spider can have a leg span of up to 5 inches with their abdomen about 1 inch long. The Australian huntsman is notorious for getting into cars and houses, bringing arachnophobia to a whole new level. There is also an alarming amount of venomous spiders in the country. Kangaroos. The kangaroo population in Australia doubles the human population. There are about 40 million kangaroos in the country. But don't think for a moment that the country is run by livestock and marsupials. Not only are kangaroos a big tourist attraction, but they have been a part of the Aussie cuisine for 40,000 years. Australians have been known to eat kangaroos. Sydney restaurants such as the Blackbird Cafe and Kingsley Steakhouse feature the meat on their menu. You can even get a roux pizza in the restaurant at the Australian Hotel. Convicts. Australia was founded by English convicts. Between 1788 and 1868, Great Britain used Australia as a dropping ground for convicts who were found guilty of minor offences. Despite popular belief, murderers and rapists were not transported to the new land. Convicts guilty of political crimes and petty crimes were transported. To some, being sent off to an unknown land for life was like another death sentence. But after sentences were served, many convicts chose to stay in the country and became members of high society. Today, Australians celebrate their convict heritage annually. Batmania. No, this is not a potential Gotham City. In 1835, a portion of land was explored by a man named John Batman, and he negotiated a purchase of 1,491 miles of land in the central and northern part of the country with Wurundjeri elders. The land was named after Batman, called Batmania. The name didn't last long, but the settlement was later renamed to Melbourne after the British Prime Minister William Lem. Bare feet. In the land down under, it is not uncommon to see numerous people walking around barefoot. Blame it on the relaxed, beach-like lifestyle or the simple fact that Aussies are different from the rest of the world. With the rest of the world, you won't likely get served or be able to shop if you're barefoot, but in Australia, the practice is accepted, and many take advantage of it. The drop bear. In an effort to scare tourists, Australians started the rumor of the drop bear, which is basically described as a giant koala with sharp teeth and razor-like claws. It is a joke that all locals are in on and very much encourage the countrywide trolling of all out-of-town guests. Ways to combat the drop bear include putting forks in your hair, putting Vegemite behind your ears and in your armpits, and other humiliating acts, all for a cheap laugh. Vegemite. Vegemite is a dark brown paste made from the used brewer's yeast and mixed with vegetable flavoring and spices. To the rest of the world, Vegemite is hard to swallow, but for Australians, it is a fine delicacy commonly enjoyed on toast. The taste is described as a mix of salt and battery acid, but don't you dare go to the land down under and insult that country's favorite snack. Sharks. The saying says that everything is bigger in Australia, and sharks are no exception. While many people may run from the water when a shark is sighted in the United States, swimmers and surfers will remain and take a risk, which is probably why the statistics on shark attacks are so high. Sharks are so common that many Aussies have become desensitized to the danger, plus the fact that no one would be using the beaches at all. The sharks are protected under environmental laws, so it's illegal to kill them. If you can't beat them, might as well join them, right? Didgeridoo. The didgeridoo has a funny name, but it is a wind instrument that is about 1,500 years old and invented by the Indigenous Australians. The instrument was made to communicate with the other side and help people enter into a dreamlike trance. The didgeridoo's unique sound comes from the vibration of the lips and the expulsion of air, creating a drone-like sound. Today, the didgeridoo is still played throughout the country and has even been modernized, being played alongside different kinds of music.